Do you ever get tired of being perfect? As a quilter, of course. Do you ever want a block that you don't really have to think about, but looks great when you get it done? I've got the perfect block for you. Come on in to April's Craft Room and I will show you how to do it. Hi everybody, it is April and I am in my craft room, and today we're going to do a lazy Scrappy block. In one of my previous videos I showed these fabrics and I said that I wanted to do something scrappy with them, but I just wasn't sure what. Now I have figured it out. I'm going to take a 12-inch block of lello, because you know, that's how my granddaughter used to say it and I thought it was really cute. I'm going to cut these into strips. I'm not going to measure, I'm just going to cut, and I am going to add them like this to that yellow block. Not only am I going to add them like this, I'm going to have raw edges. I'm not even going to sew them right sides together, because when I'm done, I will not have had to measure. I can put them on any angle I want. They can have this block still exposed on the top or the bottom or wherever. It's just going to be a fun, bright quilt. And once I put the backing on and quilt it and wash it, this raw edge will fray, giving it even another bit of interest. So let me show you how I did this and how easy it is. The first thing we want to do is we want to cut out our blocks. You can make your block whatever size you want. I am on a 12-inch block kick. Probably should do 12.5, but I'm just going to keep going with the 12-inch block. Now I want my quilt to be 5 across by 6 down. So I need 30 blocks. So that means I need 10 12-inch strips. Again, you can make your blocks whatever size you want. So I'm going to finish cutting my blocks, and then I will show you what to do with your stack of coordinating fabric. Cutting these strips, super easy. We aren't going to measure. We aren't even going to cut straight. All of these strips are going to be cut at an angle, and it's okay that they are uneven. That gives us a fun thing to work with, and it makes our blocks unique. So I will finish cutting all of these. I'm going to cut about 3 or 4 strips from each of these fabrics, and then we'll go sew the blocks. We are ready to go. So we're going to start with our block. And essentially, we are going to sew on an angle on either side or parallel from one another. And the beauty of this is, since we're going to have raw edges, we don't have to worry about flipping, stitching and flipping, or which way we're going. Another cool thing with this is we can leave some of this block exposed. We don't have to cover up all the way. That will just add interest to our quilt. So I can just follow that line. And then when I lay my next piece down, I can start skinnier. It can get wider and go back to skinnier. So this just opens up so many possibilities. And now I'm going to flip this around because I'm not going to cover up the rest of this block, and I'm going to tack down or stitch this other side. And here we have 1/2 of our block done. And here is my finished block. It's unusual, it's fun, and it shows off this great fabric line. All right, I am going to make, I already have one, this is 2. I need to make 30, so I am going to make 28 more, and I will meet you at the design wall and you can see what craziness I've come up with. So if you don't like this type of situation, you can always stitch down and flip. I have finished putting all of my blocks together, and they're all different, which you will see when we put them on the design wall. And just like we do with our scrappy blocks, when we trim them down, we aren't going to trim them using the front, we're going to use the back. Oliver is just in time. Now, I just want to give you a little pep talk. This is quilting at its finest because it's you doing you. There's no pattern. There doesn't have to be a pattern. You can do whatever you want with these strips. You can make these strips wide. You can make these strips skinny. You can do a flip and stitch so that there's no exposed edge. This is art. There is some unwritten rule that even non-quilters think they know, that you have to follow a pattern, that your triangle has to be perfect, and that your block has to match everything. Do not let these people deter you. This is your opportunity to let go. Let it go. Okay? Have fun. This is fun. This is relaxing, stress-free. Remember that. Okay, back to work. I have all of my quilt together, so I can't wait to show it to you. Just wanted to take a minute to thank everyone and make a little request. If you enjoy these videos, please give me a thumbs up, and you know what else you need to do, because I want to get one of those silver play buttons, and I've got a whole lot more subscribers that I need in order to do that. So it doesn't cost anything, and if you like my channel, go ahead and subscribe. If you're on the fence, no pressure. Just, you know, give a little love if you would like to see me with that silver play button in the background. I have some people that I want to do shout outs. Thank you, Patricia Me or Patricia My. I'm guessing on how to pronounce that. Thank you for your opinion. I appreciate it. I know I love giving mine, and I really like it when you all give yours. Glenda Crouch, you are not the only person who has squirrels running throughout their craft room. I would love to see squirrels running across this screen, because that is how it is at my house all the time. So do not feel alone. Monique Garner, I'm glad that you enjoyed the simple pattern that I gave you all in one of my previous videos. Leah Holland, thank you for the encouragement. All right, are you all ready for the big reveal? Let's go. My quilt top is complete. Now this particular pattern isn't going to be everyone's style. I know that there are some more modern quilters out there. I'm curious as to whether or not you like these blocks, or are you more old school? Let me know in the comments below. I think this is fun. I think you can do all kinds of things. You can just like take this one block, make all of your blocks look like this, and put them all together. I even did several blocks with just one strip, because you could honestly put one strip in a block and make a whole quilt with that. It's very sparse, not overwhelming, but you know, it is a quilt. What you could also do is, instead of having your background be the solid, you could have your background with a print. I mean, how many of us have taken the 10-inch layer cakes, sewn them all together, and made a quilt? This is essentially the same thing, but you could add a solid strip or two across, diagonal, up and down, however you wanted to just give it a little bit different look. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. Eat some chocolate and be kind to everyone. Okay, time for some chocolate. My husband got these for me for Christmas. And it's a little chocolate ball. And it has cherry inside. I love chocolate covered cherries. But there's not a cherry inside, it's kind of a cherry liquid. And it's so good. So I have to finish these off because, you know, I wouldn't want them to go bad. See you later. This is my dog barking incessantly because no one will throw a ball for her.